In this Acquisition Pro onboarding video, we are going to register for A2P 10DLC. So as you can see, we are currently on the dashboard and of the new strategic acquisition certification sub-account that we have been building for the last 9 videos. So we are going to continue this process. So the next thing we want to do is our A2P registration. So from your dashboard, come down to Settings, and then click on Phone Numbers. Okay, if you remember in a previous video, I showed you how to register and set up your phone number. Next, we want to do our A2P 10DLC registrations. We need to make sure some things are in place. If you go back to your business profile, and I'm not going to go back there right now, you need to make sure that all that information is accurate from the previous video we did that set up your business profile. That is very important to get your brand registration done. All right. The next thing that it's going to have you do after you verify all your brand information is you're going to have to input your SMS campaign details. Well, I have a form for that I'm going to provide to you. The link will be in the description of this video to download this form. So here is the form, and this has everything that you need for that registration. Just copy and paste everything that is highlighted in yellow based on those use cases. So you'll see use case will be one of the things. Copy all of this and then paste it in. Then it'll ask you to give an example of a message. You'll be asked to do that twice. Just copy these as they are. You don't need to change anything. Then it's going to ask for user consent. How do leads consent to receive messages? Again, just copy the highlighted information and ensure that where this is bold, that you change it to your URL. And this needs to be that same URL that you have in your business profile, the HTTPS:// and then if it's on Acquisition Pro, then there's no www. If it is not on Acquisition Pro, make sure you have that URL address correct. Okay, and then here are the opt-in keyword examples. Again, just copy and paste, and then the final opt-in message. I have been using this since September when A2P came out, and I have about a 90% success rate. The reason campaigns were not successful was because of the brand recognition, not the campaign details. Campaign details have never failed. So we're going to use this while we do this. So at this point, we want to go ahead and click Start Now and start our A2P 10DLC registration. So I'm going to click Start Now, come down. We are just now starting, so just hit Start Registration. Is this business you're registering located in the US or Canada? You want to say yes if it is. If it is not, I don't know if this process is going to work for you or not. I have not registered a company outside of the US or Canada, but we have done registrations for US and Canada and have been highly successful. Yes, this business I'm registering has a tax ID. Remember that in your business profile, I told you that you are going to need a tax ID, whether you are in the US or Canada, in order to go through this process. You cannot do it without one. I have not seen one get approved that did not have a tax ID. So you are going to need to either do an EIN if you're in the US or a BN9 if you are in Canada, and that number needs to go in that business profile. All right, I'm going to hit continue from here because we have this information. All right, now I have to blur this out for obvious reasons, but it just verify your legal business name, your business type, your business registration, the email, your employer or business registration ID type, which again is going to be EIN for US or that BN9 for Canada, your industry and website URL, and check that you are in either US or Canada. Hit continue. Here is just verification of your address. Again, this will be blurred out for you guys for obvious reasons. Hit continue again. Now you're just verifying the authorized representative, which should be you or a principal of that company when you registered your EIN. Hit continue. So at that point, your brand registration is complete. Now we're going to move on to the campaign registration. So this is just saying that you're going to stay under 6,000 segments a day. All right. And you are allowed to have more than one phone number for this registration, and that you acknowledge that this will be a one-time fee of $21.95, and there may be additional campaign fees up to $12 a month. Now, I have not seen these additional campaign fees be that high, but they will be $2 to $3 a month based on whatever your usage is. You do not need high volume. Anybody that is working through me in this industry, high volume will not be required. The other problem with high volume is you will need to do an A2P registration for every single campaign that you do, where under low volume, you only need to do it once. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you just stay with low volume standard if you want to get this approved. Hit continue. Okay, there's that low volume recommended mix that we selected, and here's that use case. So now I'm just going to copy and paste. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to go to my messaging use case, and I'm going to copy all of this information. Okay, let me get this all copied. So Control C, or you can do Command C, or you can right click and click copy. I'm going to minimize that again, and I'm going to paste that Control V or Command V in here. All right, now that all that is in here, I'm going to go to sample message 1. So back to my document. Here is sample message 1. I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come back and I'm going to paste that here. Next, I'm going to go to sample message 2. Okay, back to the document. Highlight, Control C or Command C. And then Control V or Command V, or you can do paste. Okay, you do want to include embedded links, and you do want to include phone numbers. Hit continue. Right, next is our consent to receive messages. So now we're going to go back here, scroll down. Here is consent. So now we want to grab this one and click Control C, come back to the document, and put in paste. So now here is where we change that website URL. So in my case, it's going to be https://multifamilysac.com. That is where that form is located, that they're going to be able to see that my disclaimer is correct and that the opt-in will go through. So that is very important. Give yourself a couple of spaces, come back, and then copy this part. Minimize this and Control V, because they are going to want to see that message, your disclaimer. All right, that's very important that you have both of these in here. Okay, and notice it says end users opt in by visiting this URL and filling out our form. This form includes a checkbox with the following opt-in messaging, which should be a colon. All right, and then there's that messaging. All right, next, what is that message that they'll receive afterwards? Oh, wait, hold on, we missed. Where's the keywords? Oh, they took keywords out. Well, that's interesting. They took out the keywords because we're submitting. So that's new. They removed the keywords. Very interesting. So I can remove this from my document. Anyway, that's brand new. I just did a registration just a few days ago. All right, Control C for our opt-in message. and that's opt-in message. And then of course we can paste it here, and you don't have to change anything. Leave it just like this, and then we'll hit submit. At this point, that's all we have to do. So now you'll receive an email. Now this is going to say that the brand, oh, now it's saying brand and campaign. So this is all new too. The brand approval is currently in progress. So it's going to do brand approval first. Notice this is in progress. And then once brand is approved, it will move to campaign. So you're going to receive a confirmation email. It may take a little while, an hour or two, but you'll receive a confirmation email that you have started the brand campaign or the brand registration. If it fails, they will reply back very quickly to let you know it failed. Typically, if it fails, it's because a bot failed it. If you just registered your EIN and your LLC, wait 7 days, do it again, and it should work. I just did that with a client where he literally had just registered in the last 24 hours, both his EIN and his LLC, and the brand declined immediately. And I think it's because it had not populated yet into the public record. We waited 7 days, did it again, and his whole campaign, brand and campaign, were approved. So just wait that 7 days if you just registered your EIN or BN9 and your LLC. All right? That will conclude this video and concludes your onboarding process. I will continue in the next stage of onboarding videos where we'll go in and we will start to create, edit, modify the campaigns, the pipelines, the opportunities, as well as the funnels or landing pages that will take the leads that come in through those landing pages and put them into those opportunities and in those workflows. So I look forward to seeing you in our next video.